Welcome back, folks. This is Tommy, Help with Gadgets, and we've got the Vosteed Hedgehog to do a review of this evening. Give you a little look at it. This is a stonewash blade with some like satin flats with stonewashing even down in the fuller there. Of course, you got thumb studs, nice micarta handle, scale material, and it's kind of a frag cut out here on the back. As you can see, lanyard hole, reversible clip, and the clip works really well. Fairly deep pocket, as you can tell, and no problem with that at all. You can see that it's a button lock, but just not just any button lock. This is a top liner lock. You can see if you press the button, it releases that liner lock that's holding the blade locked. It releases and allows to spin around. When that happens, you can see that this has multiple opening methods. You got the flipper there. You've got the thumb studs, of course. You can reverse flick off of the fuller, or you can use the button to flip it over, and it's not easy to do under the camera. So multiple opening methods. Nice little pivot there. That's the show side, of course, and then the lock side, which is actually just the clip side in this case. You got a lanyard hole, and just overall a really good knife. Let's get some measurements here. Let's grab the old handy dandy ruler, and looks like it's right at 3 inches. I think official specs say 2.99, and then the overall length is right at about 7 inches. And if I didn't mention already, this is S35VN on the blade still. All right, let's get that out of the way. Let's bring in the scale. Let's get that out of the way and get that up where we can actually see what it says. All right, so the weight on this is 3.8 ounces. I'm going to tear that out and try again, make sure that I have it correct. It's saying about 3.8 ounces. So that's what I got. I think some other variants may weigh a little differently, but that's what I'm getting for this one. All right, let's do some size comparisons, starting out with what I consider to be a very similar knife in some ways. Well, you can see the blade shape is somewhat similar. The fuller runs down to the end on both of them. Nice area here for your fingers, kind of widens out at the back. A nice choil there on each of them for the for your forefinger. They're not the same knife, but they're somewhat similar. So I tend to compare them together. We'll do also the 80-20.5. So there you go with that. All right, let's pull those two out of the way. Let's do the Kaiser Militao. Try to get things lined up a little bit better there. And the Berg Blades Sweeney. Okay. Let's do the Vosteed Psyop, and you can see the Psyop has a similar top liner lock that allows for easy deployment and unlocking. So there you go. I think I would probably like the Psyop even more if it had that same stonewash with the flats the same way instead of the satin finish. But this is the way it came. Oh, I guess I better put another knife down with it. Let's do the Cubitidius. So you see those two together. All right, let's next do Asher Spiro. This is the Warncliffe version. And a budget knife. This is the Miguron Morial. Alright, let's pull out. This will be another budget. This is a CJRB Pyrite. And then the Demco Shark Cub, that's in the $100 to $200 range. Alright, let's do, I've already done those. So let's do the American Blade Works Model 1. And then this next one will be the North Arm Skaha. The Skaha always wants to rotate over, so let's put it at the right tilt there. Alright, Petrified Fish Mini Beluga and a QSP Penguin. Got whales and penguins and hedgehogs. Okay, enough of that. Alright, this is the Eutectic Binary and the Eutectic EFD. And then last, and certainly not least, I think that's all we have, is the Microtech MSI and the Kaiser Cyberblade. And as you can see, the Vosteed Hedgehog is not as short as the Kaiser Cyberblade. All right, let's look at thickness. There you see it against the MSI. The MSI is really thick though. Let's do the one that I said was similar, and that would be the Kaiser October. This would be the 80-20.5. The 80-20.5 is a good bit thinner than the Hedgehog. Here's the CJRB Pyrite. Same. It's thinner. Here is the Asher Spiro Warncliffe. More similar. The Spiro is just a tad thinner, and then we have the Miguron Morial, which appears to be just slightly thicker than the Hedgehog. Any one of the other ones that I want to look at? Let's do the Kaiser Milital, which seems to be a kind of a similar thickness there. We'll lay this one down. That's the one we want to compare them all against, and kind of looking at the profile from the side. It does fit well in pocket. It does stand a little taller than some knives. There it is with the Asher Spiro. And we can put the Miguron Morial in there as well. Let's look at the CJRB Pyrite. This is with the 80-20.5, which appears to take up a little more room. I could do the October, which I said is very similar, and you can see see some of the similarities, as I was saying, with the flippers here. Of course, this one is a frame lock, and this is a top liner lock. Let's look at the QSP Penguin in the kind of side to side there. And I think that'll do it for that portion of it. All right, let's talk a little bit about this knife. This was my first experience with a top liner lock, and I think it works perfectly fine. It took me a little bit to get used to with the thumb studs. I normally don't like thumb studs, but yeah, that works pretty good. I can't complain at all. Flipper works good. The thumb studs work good. Reverse flick works pretty good. I have to keep my finger out of the way from getting caught on the thumb stud. And of course, as I think I mentioned on this as well, you can actuate it using the button there, which just releases the tension on the blade. well constructed. It locks up solid. I'm not feeling any kind of movement on the blade. You can kind of see the lock up there as it comes in and locks that in place. So it works very well. Hand, I could choke back here on just put my hand here on the scales and still get a full 4-finger grip. If I go up here into the more comfortable position, then this middle finger falls here in that in the slot and locks in pretty well. I haven't found that my hand is pushing in on this button, and it would actually have to push in all the way. As you can see, it would have to push all the way there before it's actually releasing. So I didn't feel that this was a bad design here with the placement of the button. You've got multiple grips that you can use. There's jimping that is quite adequate there, as well as this kind of a scallop on the top of the blade. It's chamfered, but that top of the blade's fairly flat, which allows for easy use of a grip where you could try to control the tip a little bit better. Otherwise, not a problem at all. Comfortable in hand, comfortable in pocket. Clip works well. Let's see, was there anything else? I mentioned the lanyard hole and the reverse ability to take the clip and reverse it over on this side. But I think that about does it. This would be a knife that I could recommend to others that would not that I think would be a good knife for them. So there you have it. This is the Vosteed Hedgehog, and hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so, leave a comment, and I would love to hear what you have to say about the knife or any suggestions that you may have. Hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.